Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you the free version of Nearpod and how that works in a classroom. So we're going to look at my free version of this lesson, and you will see that you can choose live lesson or student paced. With the free version, you only have the live lesson. So we're going to launch a new live lesson. And what that means is that you are in control of the pacing of the lesson. Okay, so whether your students are online and they're not in the same room with you, or whether they are in your classroom, traditional setting, you control the pace. Okay, so everybody's on the same slide at the same time. So you can either put this on the board, give them the code, email them the link to it, share it via any of these methods, give them a link, add it on Google Classroom, or Remind. Okay, so I'm just going to copy the link. Okay, open a new tab here. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. We're going to toggle back and forth from the teacher and the student view so you can see what it looks like on both ends. Okay, so now I'm in the student view. When a student uses your code, this is what they see. So you want to tell them to enter their full name, like I did here, Angela Berger. That way you will know who it is. They will then click Join Session. Okay, so let's go back to the teacher view. Okay, so now we are in the teacher view. Okay, and in the teacher view, if you see down here, it says 1, you click on that, and it'll show you which students are in your classroom. So you can tell who is paying attention, who's in the lesson, and who is not. It's very helpful. Okay, so this is what the student sees, and this is what you see. You see this? So the student will look at 4 pictures of an event that happened at L'Arc de Triomphe. As you look at the pictures, work with your group to answer the following questions. What do you see? What do you think? What do you wonder? Discuss each picture with your group and take notes. You will be required to enter your notes and discuss them with the class. Okay, so you could have them do this as group work, or you could have them do this as individual work. Okay, individual assignment or group work. So that's what the student sees. And notice that the student can't do anything. They're stuck on this slide. Okay, back in the teacher view, you have these arrows. So we're going to move everybody to the next slide. And then everybody will see this picture. You can give them so much time to think about it, jot down notes, answer those questions. And remind them that all these pictures are related. They're from the same event. Okay, picture number 2. What do you see? So you want them to write down their observations. What do you think about it? And then what do you wonder? What questions do you have? Okay, then we move them to the next picture. You might want to point their attention kind of as you're walking around. If it's in a traditional classroom, maybe ask them to look at what's on the sign. Okay, and then the final picture is here. Okay, so all the while they're taking notes. The thing about this is they cannot go back to look at a picture again. The teacher has to do that. So you can ask, does anybody need to see any of the pictures again? And then you would have to move everyone back to that picture. Okay, then you'll come to this slide where they have to type in, what do you see, what do you think, what do you wonder? And you would see each of your students, like you see my name here, you would see each of your students. It's pretty cool. And you can see that they're working. If they're not working, you won't see their name. So I'm going to go back to the student side. This is the student side view now. And the student will want to click on the T to make a text box. Okay, they can pick the color. And then they use this to move where they want the text to be. It's only confusing the first couple times that you do it. So this pen draws, this is the text box. You want them to type, right? So what do you see? they would type I see, and then enter what they see. What do you think? The text box is going to appear there, so they have to move it down. And then click in the box and start typing, I think. Okay, and so on. So you can have them, if they're sitting at their devices together, maybe have one of them type it in. If you are doing an asynchronous class, or not a synchronous class, but it's online, of course the students are going to have to enter this individually, but I have my students work in breakout groups, which are smaller groups, so they can discuss it with each other, but everybody has to write the observations down. Okay, if they want to erase something, they want to erase the entire document, they can click here. Get rid of the last thing they did, they would click here. When they're done, they click submit and confirm it. So that's the student side. Let's see what this looks like on the teacher side. Okay, so this is the teacher side. Now that I've submitted, you can see what I wrote. Okay, and you can project that to the class via share, and then this will show up on all of the devices that are logged into your Nearpod. So once everybody sees it, you can have that group explain what they saw. And if you're in an online class, you could have them either come on the microphone, somebody from the group, to explain what they came up with. Okay, and that is that assignment. So let's go back to, so let's get out of here. We're going to close this and go on to the next. This is the teacher view. Okay, so then what was on the street, and my picture's blocking the choice that says yellow paint, so we're going to go with ice cream and submit that, confirm it. Okay, they have the choice of editing their answer if they like. Let's look at the teacher side. Okay, so now we see that the only person got it incorrect, and we can share that result if we want to with all of the class to show, but I wouldn't suggest doing that for privacy's sake. Okay, so you can do multiple choice questions. You can do also do open-ended questions. So, which says, what do you think of this activity? So let's look at that on the student side, which it's not going to let me type in here for some reason because I'm recording, but the student will be able to type in the box, what do you think of this activity? And click submit. And it says you haven't submitted an answer, you haven't written anything. Are you sure you want to continue? So I'm going to say yes. Okay, probably because I'm recording, it's not letting me type now. So let's go back to the teacher view. And here I can see that my student submitted, but there was no answer. Hopefully that doesn't happen. We're going to go on to the next activity, which is what did you learn today? And when the students answer this, their answers will appear on Post-it notes. And it asks, would you like to approve student comments before they're posted? You can click yes or no. Okay, so let's say yes. Okay, click this button to review and share student comments. So once you approve it, all the students can see it. So let's go back to the student view. Okay, what did you learn today? Oh, there we go. Now I can type. I learned about the Arc de Triomphe. We'll make it really simple for this. And then we're going to post that. Okay, so the student sees it posted, but it says pending approval. Back in the teacher view. Okay, I'm going to click here, and you can either approve it or reject it. Okay, so we're going to reject that. Go back to the student view. Okay, and it shows that they're prompted to do it again. I learned about the Arc de Triomphe. Post it.